Hello and welcome to your 72nd SQL Server tutorial. My name is Johnny DeLuca, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a transactional publisher. Okay, to start, connect to an instance of SQL Server, and then once you are there, we are looking for our replication folder. We're going to want to expand that. Then we're going to right-click on local publications. We're going to click New Publication. We're going to click Next here on the New Publication Wizard. And out of the list of available databases, we want AdventureWorks 2012. Click Next. Okay, and then from here, we're going to select Transactional Publication from the list that we have here. We're going to go ahead and click Next on that. Now we're on the Articles page. The Articles page is where you specify the database objects that you would like to replicate. And as you can see here on the page, you can replicate several objects. We're going to focus primarily on tables. Each replicated object is referred to as an article. So let's expand the tables, and then we're going to expand business entity person. And then if we check that, we're good to go right there. All right, so we can replicate the entire table or select only the columns that we want to replicate here. So, okay, and then to the right here, we see this drop down, article properties. Okay, so let's click that, and we want to select set properties of highlighted table article. Okay, now when we do that, now we have this drop down, or not drop down, just list to scroll through, and just go ahead and take a minute or so here to familiarize yourself with what's available here in the article's properties and get familiar with that. And then once you're done, just go ahead and click OK. Alright. And now here we're good to go. We're just going to click Next. Okay. From here, we want to go ahead and click Next again. Alright, now once we get to this page, the snapshot agent, we want to, I accidentally clicked that. Okay, here on the snapshot agent page, we want to click this first guy here, create a snapshot immediately, and keep the snapshot available to initialize subscriptions. And as I discussed before, prior to configuring all types of replication, a snapshot must be taken. On the snapshot agent page that we see here, we can specify when to create a snapshot and how often. Okay, so cool. We're good here. We're going to click Next. Now, on the agent security page, we must specify under which account the snapshot agent and log reader will run on. Now, the Windows account that's used for the agents must be a member of the DB_owner database role in the distribution database and in the publication database. In this case, that's AdventureWorks 2012. In addition to these requirements, the Windows account that's used for the snapshot agent must have read, write, and modify permissions on the snapshot folder. So if you get an error, that's something to look for. Make sure you right-click the snapshot folder and go to properties and make sure you have the correct permissions set so you don't get that kind of an error. All right, now we're going to click on security settings. Okay, and then once we do that, we're going to select the one that says run under SQL Server Agent Service Account. This is not a recommended security best practice, and this is true, but it will suffice for what we're doing right now for testing purposes. But when going to production, you should create a new Active Directory account for the sole use by the snapshot agent. Okay, so we're going to select that. We're good there. And then in the lower section of this same dialog box here, we want to select the by impersonating the process account option, and that's already selected for us, so we're good to go here. Remember, these settings are not a best practice since the service account running the agent may have permissions beyond what is required by replication, but it's going to work for us. for this. Okay, so now, okay. Now that we're back on the agent security page, you'll notice that both agents have been configured. Now this is because by default the wizard uses the security settings from the snapshot agent for the log reader agent as well. Okay? You can overwrite this default by clearing the use the security settings from the snapshot agent checkbox and manually configuring the settings. But for now, we're not going to do that. We're good with the default. Next. Okay. Now, on the wizard's action page here, we just want to ensure that the create the publication checkbox is selected, which it is. And then additionally, if you want to generate a script, you can select the other option, the generate a script file, and it just creates steps so you can go ahead and generate a script file with the steps to create the publication. But we don't need to do that. So again, we're clicking next. So now here we're going to type in business entity, okay, for the publication name, and this is just a review of what we've done here, and then we're just going to click finish. It's going to go through the motions, and we should be good to go. Success, success, success. That's what I like to see. Okay, thank you for checking out this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.